Hey, good morning everybody. I'm doing this rear bumper cover. I don't know, on this Honda right here. Just got started on it. The first thing I went and did was get some tools, all the tools I'm going to need for it. It's pretty simple. Comes off pretty simple. I mean, it has 3 screws up here, facing this way. They're Phillips. I took those off. And also got some number 8 underneath, right there on each side. Now what I'm going to do is get on the underneath and inspect it and see where else there's tabs or anything connected. See, there's one right there, one right there. So that's what we're doing on this right now, just yanking the bumper cover in order to repair this this crack right here. I'm going to take it off so we can get back there and clean it, and I'm going to repair this thing right here too, this hole. There's also a high spot right there somewhere in the middle, or a little more that way, and it needs to get repaired too. So check it out. Alright, we got the bumper off. First thing I'm going to do is get my little die grinder here, my grinder, and then grind a spot back here in order to clean the plastic. You can see I got some of this mesh ready, and I also got the plastic repair. It's called the plastic weld. You can pick this stuff up over there at AutoZone or the paint stores, automotive paint stores. But it gives you a list right there of everything it bonds to, and fiberglass, glass, plastics, and all that stuff. So the key is to have a clean area in order to make that adhere real good. And then we'll put that mesh down, then we'll put another pass of that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do now, clean it up. Alright, what I ended up doing was using my soldering iron here and getting this plastics real close together and just welding them back together. You can see there, just in order to hold it in place. I went ahead and did the weld on this side too with the soldering iron. But now I'm going to go ahead and get that mesh and that epoxy and put a patch right here in order to keep it all together. Alright, at this point I have it all sanded down. I sanded 1 coat of this Polyflex right here. It's for it's like a flexible, well, exactly what it says, a flexible polyester glazing putty. It's like a filler, and it covers all the imperfections, and you can smooth it out real good. It has a real good feather edge to it, and that's what you're supposed to use on these plastic bumpers. So I'm going to go ahead and put one more little coat after I blow it off, and get in some of these low spots here, and just get it really nice and smooth and all uniformed up. You can see I found several little nicks and chips throughout the rest of the bumper cover. I'm going to go ahead and take care of those. Right here it had a real bad high spot. Over here that little nick. But it's coming out good. Like I said, it's hit right there in 80 grit. I'm going to put one more pass of this polyester putty, make everything smooth, and then finish it off at 180. And then primer it. You can see where I did the repair here. Oh, shit's kind of dark right there, but flip it over. There's a patch that I put on. It's real flexible stuff. Covered that crack. Got it all nice and solid. It looks good.
He didn't listen when fellow campers told him how much money Geico saved them by insuring their campers, trailers and top-ups, or oversave even more.
Gotta shape all this stuff still a little bit. But it looks really good.
Good luck getting to sleep after that Call Geico. Visit Geico.
You can see I put a real light coat over the whole thing where I did the repair. And like I said, I'm going to let this stuff dry up. You can see it's still wet. I'm going to let it dry and then come back and hit it with some 180. you know, get it all smooth and straight, and then it'll be ready for primer. All right, just finished up all the body work on it. I went ahead and, you know, sand it out a little bit further with some 180. I'm gonna go ahead and go get some paper and mask it off, just back mask it, you know, where the body damage was at, and get some primer on this thing. Some 2K primer with some flex additive in it. You know, since these bumpers are pretty flexible, you gotta add that stuff. If not, it's just gonna crack eventually. So don't forget, put your flex additive in, and you should be all right. All right, giving another look, final look at this car we did the rear bumper repair on. There it is. We're just giving it a wash, like I said, and this guy's gonna be here around 2 o'clock to pick it up. Perfect match right there. Looks good. On another note, I also painted this 62. Finally, I painted it last night. It was done by about 8:30. You can see how nice and straight it came out after we did the body work. Like I mentioned before, we got to do this section right here. I'm going to add some Cadillac lights right there. So that shouldn't be too much of a big deal. The main thing right now is that it's painted, you know, and I can, you know, color shine and buff all this stuff later on, but it really doesn't even need a buff, man. It looks real nice. Here's where I did my blend. It's a little dry right here, but I mean, with some compound and with the buffer, that'll polish right out. Same as right here too. It's a little dry, but just a little buff there. The doors came out real nice. Got a nice gloss to them. You could install those hinges now and get these doors functioning again. You know, those little pop doors with the remote. But you can see it's all clear coated up in here, all right there. Looks real good. I ended up texturing the inside of the bed. As you can see, looks a lot better than it did, you know, because it was really roughed up, and I wanted to make it look a little better. So there's the texture inside. So that's what I was talking about, like the, you know, just kind of a little rough. So now it's gonna have like a mixture of clear coated parts in there, like the strips are all clear coated, you know, the wheel wells are all clear coated real nice. It's gonna have just those 4 patches right there of like textured coating. But it came out good. Check it out. Oh, nice gloss on it, man. I ended up putting just 3 coats of clear on it. Now you don't see nothing back here, none of those dents or nothing right here. They're all gone. You see my hand in it. That's what you want, a reflection. And just, you know, something that I'm using now. The weather's a little cooler, you know, what are we in now, November, and I use a medium hardener for the clear, and it lets it flow a little better. You know, obviously in the summer I use a slow, but now I use the medium, and it's kind of, you gotta just have your gun position and adjust it right in order not to run it. But, I always go with about 35 pounds of pressure and about a half trigger of material, and it usually doesn't run on me. Well,